Good morning. Does anybody know who these two people are? No, Martin, it's not Morecambe and Wise. It's actually Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing. Do you know what they were the first people to do? They were the first people who actually climbed Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. Can you actually imagine being the first to do something like that? I remember pictures from last year where people were queuing to get to the top of Mount Everest. I don't think it's got any easier. I think the equipment people have is better, but it's not something that is impossible to do anymore. Till those two guys did it, nobody had managed to get to the top of the highest mountain in the world. They were the first. Now, why am I talking about them? Well, I am the very proud owner of a signed photograph of Sherpa Tenzing, the first and second man to climb Mount Everest. That's I'm really proud of it. And I was given it by a lady who was the first person from Aspley Evangelical Church to become a missionary. The first. Nobody before then had been a missionary. She was the first one. And she went to India. She was an office worker, did admin work, and then, when she was in her 30s, felt that God was calling her to go and use the skills that she'd got in India. And she worked at a hospital called Narsapur in India. And she went and saw Sherpa Tenzing and got his autograph for me because we knew her well. In fact, I went with my dad to Derby railway station to see her off when she was going to India. You had to go on a train and then a boat in those days. No aeroplanes going regularly to India. You had to go on the boat and it'd take you weeks to get there. She did that. She felt God was calling her to be a missionary in India. Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this because sadly, Joan Thornhill, the person concerned, died with the coronavirus within the last couple of weeks. Lots of people have died from this and will continue to. It's a terribly, terribly sad situation. But I just felt that we should recall Joan, the first missionary from Aspley Evangelical Church, and to remember what she gave and what she did. And it is a sad end, but what do we as Christians believe? We believe that when we die, we go to heaven to be with the Lord Jesus because of what he did for us. So that's something to be really thankful for. So remember, whenever you see a picture of Everest or Sherpa Tenzing, remember Joan Thornhill. Not because she went up Mount Everest, but because she was the first missionary from our church.